gosh. My gosh. Is it hot in here or what? Or am I just on fire? Hope you guys love the little touch for tonight's looking background as we got some fire going here as we're going to talk about some evilness and evil. If you get the reference, you can be friends. Of course, that's from, okay, it was SpongeBob and Man Ray and Barnacle Boy, just me going, evil, just being silly. But what's going on, guys? This is the Club with the Man 1993, and yes, it is 12:30 at night, but I have been up for hours and hours and hours. Well, I fixed my Royal Rumble card predictions. I finally defeated the Gobstones champion, as I ranted on Twitter before. I'm having a hard time defeating the Harry Potter Hogwarts Gobstones champion at traditional rules, but I completed that, and guess what? It's currently exporting on my Lenovo right now, so that will be either uploading either maybe tonight, because if I shower and I come out and it's done, I'll upload it. Who knows? But it's 12:30 at night, and it's a work night, so I'm already up a little too much later than I should be, but I thought I'd still come up here anyways and do this review. I mean, heck, if I can review this, I should be able to review Raw. But Raw is 3 hours boring. NXT, solid, decent. You know, I could still maybe manage it. So this week I watched NXT New Year's Evil. I did not watch any of AEW New Year's Smash Night 1 yet. Because, again, like I said before, since that's a 2-night event this week and next week, I'll just wait and review that show. Both shows next week. I'll wait to do that. So I will watch Night 1 though tomorrow though. And we'll go from there. But New Year's Evil took place January 6th, 2020, Capitol Wrestling Center. This is a solid show. I would say it was not quite as good as I had hoped it would have been. I was hoping for maybe like a good to great edition. The card was pretty good stacked, but we had one match canceled, even though I didn't get why the feud was continued. We had one match canceled, and I don't know. I something was a slight bit off with some of the matches. I'd still say it was a solid, like, special show. I'll give it that. It was solid, but yeah, not quite as good as I thought it was going to be, but it was still solid. We'll talk about that. JR's in the live chat, and he said that he's feeling a lot better. That's excellent to hear, man. I'm glad to hear that for sure. So we'll start off by we open up with one of the matches I was hyped up the most for the show. Damian Priest versus Karrion Kross. This is Kross's first official match back since he returned back from his injury, and it's looking like now, based off of what happened in the main event, we're probably going to get Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross at NXT TakeOver 33 announced on this show, which I believe it says taking place on Valentine's Day. Not sure if I'll watch that show live or not. Depends. We'll see. Maybe it's Valentine's Day. I have a lady again, so maybe I might have some plans. Unless doing their night. I'm not sure. We'll see. Hopefully she's not watchable. I told her to watch. I want her to watch my background, but we'll see. Anyways, but NXT TakeOver 33 is taking place on Valentine's Day, for what I heard. So I was watching that. Anyways, I'm getting way off track here. This is a good match, really good one. Probably one of my favorite matches of the night. Maybe my favorite match, probably. I just wish this match would have had a stipulation to it, like falls count anywhere. I mean, we had a last woman standing already, but this match I think would have been really good if they added like a stipulation. No DQ, falls count anywhere, no holds barred. I mean, after the brawl they had on NXT last week, it was like, you needed to add something to capitalize to that. I kind of hope we get a rematch, even though I've heard rumors, still hear rumors, they're thinking about calling up Damian Priest, which no, not anymore. Nobody else should be getting called up to the main roster on NXT. NXT needs talent, and two, you're going to call someone up again and you're going to do absolutely nothing with them. So don't call up Damian Priest. Just keep him in NXT. And heck, if he wants to have a rematch with Finn Balor, the match they had from TakeOver in Your House from last summer with the title on the line, awesome. Even though I think we're going to be going for Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross at TakeOver 33. So we have that probably coming up. But this is still a good match. Karrion Kross won with the Saito suplex and a European to the back of the head, which was very similar to how the match, I don't know, that finishing maneuver, like how he won the title off of Keith Lee at TakeOver 30, not the biggest fan of it. I feel like, the Cross Jack gets a great submission, but I think Cross may need to change his finishing maneuver for, that's not a submission. But Cross wins, as we all expected, even though Priest did definitely have him doubting himself at times and push himself to another limit. But yeah, so Karrion Kross wins that. Then they start announcing teams for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. We have Adam Cole and Roderick Strong facing Breezango in the first round next week. And representing the Undisputed Era, again, is Adam Cole and Roderick Strong for Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Cole talks up their credentials and promises to re-fulfill the prophecy in 2021. Roddy says they respect Breezango, but they're going to beat them. And Cole talks about how Kyle O'Reilly will start re-fulfilling the prophecy tonight by winning the NXT Championship. And then the grizzled young veterans are seen backstage. I think they're going to have their first match against Ever-Rise. Again, I still don't get why they're really booking much of a feud between those two. Again, shouldn't they both be heels? But I don't know. So that one's going to be happening as well. I didn't get to see, I can't remember all the brackets or all the teams. Let's see here. Anyways, so Santos Escobar had a match with Grand Metalik. It was solid, not too bad. But again, the Cruiserweight division again is just not really doing much right now. Not much stories, just random people challenging for the title. Okay, when Triple H first took over the Cruiserweight division, I said that shouldn't be so much storyline based. It should be focused more on the wrestling. But now that, again, we're having it on the actual show and having an actual stable involved in it, I feel like they need to have something a little more serious going for the Cruiserweight division. Yes, maybe there is on 205 Live, but I don't watch 205 Live anymore. So it's a good match. Escobar retained the championship with his Phantom driver. And we then have a promo from Mercedes Martinez saying how Io didn't look like the overall competitor of the year when she kicked her ass a couple weeks ago. She doesn't care about the badass title. She wants the women's title. And then we have Xia Li have her first match since she has this new persona. And she defeated Katrina Cortez. Again, those vignettes are definitely weird what's going on. I don't know what's going on with her and Boa and this mystery woman that was just sitting there. But the imagery though actually, and the presentation of her new look actually was kind of cool. I'll give it that, but one of those things where I need to see more of it. I need to see more to get more invested in it. But not too bad there for Xia Li. They head back and they bow to the mystery woman. We are then told that Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher's fight pit match has been canceled, as Timothy Thatcher apparently suffered a minor injury. Don't know if that's storyline or if that's for real. And hang on, something's weird going on here with my green screen lighting here, as you see right there. Okay, good. I believe I got rid of it. Anyways, so that match has been postponed. At some point, whenever Thatcher is medically cleared, at this point, I'd say maybe just wait until TakeOver 33, maybe, I don't know. Have the fight pit match there. Even though I don't get this feud, fine, just do it there. Then we have the last woman standing match with Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez. This match was definitely, I feel like, the most hyped match for this show. And I'll give credit. it was pretty good. Couple little botches, little slip-ups here and there. I don't know, a couple spots where, like, Raquel Gonzalez may need a little more spicing up with it. But she put on a pretty good performance against Rhea. I just still question, though, the whole idea of this 50-50 booking idea. And the fact that they, out of the blue, tried adding on, like, a totally different story to this. I thought that was strange. Again, how they all of a sudden made a story about, how these two came into the company together, this and that. Maybe if they started that sooner, like I said, maybe I would have been able to get behind it more. But when they did that, I'm like, okay, this feels a little bit forced going to a different direction. Especially since Raquel Gonzalez, like, I'll get it. Raquel Gonzalez, she's not bad. I don't mind Raquel. I mean, I like her a lot better than Nia Jax, as far as a big woman wrestler. But, I don't know, I just still don't feel like her time to be challenging for the women's title is yet. I mean, with this victory, it's most likely, I mean, even though Mercedes Martinez teased something with her already, it's looking like we're probably going to get Io and Raquel, maybe, for TakeOver 33, unless they do a match on, I mean, I don't know. I'm a little more interested in seeing Io Shirai and Mercedes Martinez on pay-per-view than Io and Raquel. Raquel's good, but I still don't think she's quite ready yet. I still think she needs just a little bit more time or something just to blossom up a little bit more. Just my opinion. I think she could. I just still don't think she's ready. But she put on a good match. There were some good spots where they went into the back and they like smashed through like a glass door. That was pretty cool. Rhea did a swanton off a table. Through one table, putting Raquel through another. Dakota Kai returned and attacked Rhea with the kendo stick, but Rhea took out Dakota using the locker room door. The match ended when Raquel, I think, tripped Rhea going face first into the steel steps and then powerbombed her through the stage. That was a nice spot there, and Raquel got up at the NDA count, and Rhea never got back up. So that was a nice way to put over Raquel, even though, once again, kind of 50-50 booking here, though. That part, of course, kind of got to me just a little bit, but still a good match. But like I said, I just don't think Raquel's ready yet. I mean, again, is she fine? Yes. Much better than Nia Jax. But as far as seeing her challenging, when there's like, Toni Storm, Mercedes Martinez, Ember Moon, a few others I feel like should be getting this opportunity, and like it feels like they're just going super back and forth on these people that feel like they're a little more seasoned out than Raquel. But if Raquel's going to get an opportunity, I'd much rather see it for right now, have it on an episode of NXT rather than on pay-per-view. And I also don't think Raquel Gonzalez should be the one to dethrone Io. Not yet. But still a good performance. It was still a good match. Still good. So we have that. And then we have Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae having a parade over the fact that the curse was broken when Johnny Gargano retained the championship against Leon Ruff last week. The way come out, Johnny gets a mic from Austin Theory, and North American Champion runs down a list of curses, including the guy in the front row who can't get a girlfriend, but they're pulling for him, they said. But like the Cleveland Browns, Johnny overcame his curse, and he names things he's the best at, including dancing, apparently. Candice calls him maybe the most powerful man ever, which, again, that's kind of overhyped, because until he won this championship for the third time, Johnny's been booked like crap as a heel, as I keep saying. She got him something, though, and it's a plaque to commemorate ending the curse last week. He thanks her and starts talking about the most beautiful things in life, but before that, he got his wife. He's talking about his wife or the belt Austin Theory and Indy Harper sent him with another gift. And since Johnny is like a real superhero, they gave him a drawing of the Way looking like the Fantastic Four. Johnny also announces that him and Austin Theory are going to be in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. But then out comes Shotzi Blackheart. And then Shotzi shoots her cannon right where the sun does not shine for Austin Theory. Which I'm like, okay, here we go again, making Austin Theory look like a hokey joke or something like that. Again, I'm like, not this. No. Kushida came out basically afterwards to even the odds. And then Dexter Lumis, who hosted this show, pulls up the ring bell and just rings in, just stares them down. Forgot he was even there. And we have a mixed tag match with Johnny and Candice versus Shotzi and Kushida. Shotzi and Kushida won when Kushida rolled up Johnny. I guess the next pay-per-view we're going to see Johnny Gargano and Kushida. Might be a good match for the North American title. Kind of hope Johnny retains. Like I said, Johnny needs to have a lengthy few-month run with that North American Championship. So I'm pulling for that. So, but a match with Johnny and Kushida I think could be good. So they win that. And then apparently it was also announced that a women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic is coming also soon. Okay, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I feel weird about having to do it for a women's one because, okay, I get it trying to make the women do what men can do, but Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic is focused on the men and the rest and the tag team division. I still think the women should stick to the Mae Young Classic, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes for a women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And then the main event was Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly. Not a bad match for the main event. These two did hurt each other again as Finn got busted open. But again, shorter match on live TV wasn't going to top off their TakeOver 31 match. So Balor gets O'Reilly to tap out for the victory. Kind of made me wonder what was the point of them doing another match with Balor and O'Reilly. Why couldn't they have done... If they're going to have Finn retain, why not do... I felt, in my opinion, they should have done Balor and Dunn. I think that is a fresh match needed to happen on like a special or something like that, or even on pay-per-view. But it's clear now since Balor retained, we're probably going to be getting Finn Balor and Karrion Kross at TakeOver 33. So like, I don't know. To me, I just feel like Kyle didn't really gain any much out of this. Did he injure Finn's face again? Yes, he did. But I don't know. I still feel like they should have. In some ways, maybe just done something different instead of Balor and Kyle. Because I feel like this didn't really do much. It wasn't like some big rematch that I felt like just like shot like, you know, like 5 stars and like was a step up from the last match. I felt like, again, I just felt like to me, they probably should have just done Balor and Dunn. Just my opinion. But still, not bad for what it was. And afterwards, Finn retains. And that's how we went off the air here. So, not a bad, special of New Year's Evil. Expected a little bit better, and I don't know, just some of the stuff coming out felt like kind of pointless. Like, why did it even happen? So, for a network like a mini special pay-per-view on live TV, I gave it a B-. Solid show, some good matches, but I expected a little bit better. But I gave the show a B-. Mark's in the live chat. Looks like Finn and Kyle are injured again, and he loves the fire background. He was impressed by Xia Li. He thought the last woman standing match was awesome, and he gave it a B. Cool. And of course, may not be as fire as this background here, but I'm gonna try to again just play around with backgrounds, 2 different ones depending on the theme. Like I threw the fire one up because New Year's Evil, and it fit in really well. But again, we'll continue to play around with the green screen stuff, and we'll go from there. And it's 12:50 at night. I still gotta take a shower, and I gotta go to work for 8:30 tomorrow morning. So 2 more days in a week, then the weekend. But at least, knock on wood, it's out of the holiday rush at least. Well, for now, nothing too crazy yet. But That's going to do it, guys. What are your thoughts on NXT New Year's Evil? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure to always slap a like on the video, subscribe or comment on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirBody3. Maybe, just maybe, I'll do a special stream tomorrow night. Not sure yet about the time, but we'll see. I have other things I want to do too, but I definitely want to do some streams that I would do last month, but I didn't get to because I was busy. So we'll see what we can do. So that's what we'll do, guys. Again, thank you for joining me live here. I'm checking out. Have a good rest of your night. We'll have a good rest of your morning since it's 12:50 in the morning. But I'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody. Peace out, everybody.